G'day guys, Blake here. Kicking off on what happened on the last episode. If I haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's well worth it. There's a few good things in there. And we've done a fair bit of damage on that track. Most of which has been fixed. Except for this last little bit, which I'm going to go into now. The winch died on that last track. It literally tested the night before all good. And then come time to actually needing it, it shit itself. So I ummed and ahed about getting different solenoids and doing all this type of stuff, but I thought it's had a pretty hard life, and if you want some examples, I'll throw them up now. But it's copped a flogging. The winch that's in it now is a King's Dominator Extreme. I was a bit skeptical at the beginning, but over the past 3 years it's been pretty solid. Does it leave some things to be desired? 100%. But for the price, it's pretty hard to argue with it being a little bit slow. Everything else is pretty good. Except for the wireless control, that was shit. I never used the wireless control, it was intermittent and I hated it. I ended up, don't even bother. Just use wired connection the whole time. But in terms of once it's wired and actually operating, it's been pretty good. And as you've just seen, it's been submerged. It's caught some serious mud. It's been flogged to death. It's been multiple recoveries, recovering other people, recovering me, saving me from rollovers. It's done everything it needed to do. But now it's come time to change it. So there's a few winch options that I was going to go for, and I decided to go back to the old faithful. Now, I've gone to King's newest winch. Now, Brock runs one in his Disco Ute. Monty has just put one in his car, which he hasn't used yet because it's not running yet. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, it's running and we've done Bulladillo, which is the next trip. But we'll find out what happens there. Anyway, they seem alright. They're waterproof, apparently. I'm still probably going to open it up and change all the grease and everything like I did in my old ones. The solenoid died and the winch itself is still good. I could have just replaced the solenoids, but I thought better to be safe than sorry, and worst case I'll pull it out, I'll rebuild it, and I've got a spare winch sitting there if this thing doesn't work out. Anyway, we're about to unbox this thing. I haven't even opened it up yet. I got the one that comes with a in-cab winch remote and a wireless winch remote, which it's got to be better than the last one because the last one didn't work. If the wireless works, I'll be stoked. I don't really want to put an in-cab winch on if I don't have to. I don't want to cluster my dash any more than it is. I like it to look fairly factory and clean. All my buttons are hidden that need to be hidden. And the only thing, like even my diff lock, which is vacuum actuated, which is not a factory option, is in the original Binzel. You won't even know it's like different. So I don't want to use that. So it's either going to be wired control or it's going to be wireless. Ideally we go wireless because running, for those of you who are winched in the rain, it's pissing down rain, you can't put your window all the way up because you've got a cable running through the window. It's a pain in the ass. So if the wireless works, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but it'd be nice if they did fix that from the last one. But anyway, let's start unboxing this thing and have a look at see what's inside. Alright, it's all pretty standard stuff. Might need just give these a little bit of a tickle. Alright. Wiring seems to be a little bit better than last time, but it's still squishy, which I don't like. Like that one's nice and solid. That one's squishy. That one's squishy. We'll have to have a look. Fair lead I'm not going to use. I'm going to put the Rumba fair lead and everything I've got on because it's offset. That's what I need. Standard wide controller. Looks almost identical to the one I had. Whatever that's for. Who needs that? The bolts, and anyone from King's that is watching, the long ones are too long and the short ones are too short to be used on ARB bull bars. The old ones anyway. They don't. You can't use the washers. You have to just send it straight on with the head. And last time I put some red Loctite on there just to be a bit more sure. But I haven't had it come off. But the thread engagement is just shy of what I think would be the right thing to do. The hook, again, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my setup that I'm using now. That looks like a bit of a better quality cable. Now, this sucker's going to be heavy. Literally just tip it out like that. There we go. Thanks for that. That's great. Alright. It actually looks like a fancier version of what I got now. Rope looks the same. Setup looks the same. That's going to have to come off. So, for those that you don't know, you can take these off. Once it's bolted in, being these points here, that is rendered useless. So, you don't need it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't had mine on there for I don't know 40,000 Ks plus, and it's been fine. Probably more kilometers than that actually, but I haven't needed it. It doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure it's for transport only. Once it pops off, once you take that off, like at the moment, that's holding this together. That bit, once you've taken it off and that's all bolted, it's fixed anyway. It can't go anywhere. Right, anyway, I'm going to go through this, check it all out, see if I need to rotate the housing. Hopefully the housing's already clocked. In the future, I will be putting an air free spool on this because there's nothing I hate more than reaching down to try and unlock it or lock it. And it's just a pain in the ass having that on there. And ideally, with Land Rovers, you don't get a lot of room. It's not an ideal position. I'm going to keep on going through this and I'll check back in once we actually get to where we need to get to. And then we're going to go pull the old winch out. But anyway, I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to get into this, see what we got going on, unbox everything, get rid of all the shit, and go from there. I'll catch you soon. Hey guys, so I'm currently swapping this winch out. And I've got the winch out, I've got the other one, doing a bit of a comparison look, of what is what. Now I've already rotated this housing to match what I need. That puts it in vertical. If you're not sure on how to rotate them, there's 4 little screws here, the same on these guys here. Undo them, clock the housing, tighten it back up. It's pretty simple. Realistically, these are very, very similar. There is not much difference in them, except the other one, the newer one, has what looks like more cast webbing into it. So I don't know how much of a difference it actually makes. I'm no winch expert, but it looks like it'll be stronger. The major difference is the motor housings are totally different. I don't know if they use the same motor, but these, like the planetary gears, I've had that off. I had a look inside. They're pretty much identical. There's not, like, pretty much nothing has changed in there, which is fine. They're already pretty strong. But the motor housings are significantly different, which hopefully that's not going to be a problem. I guess we'll find out when we're going to use it in time. But I'm going to throw this in. I'm going to reuse my old wiring as a power to this because I was upgraded. I'm not going to use the new King's one. Other than that, I'm going to keep on chugging on. It's not a big job on this. It's literally these 2 bolts, these 2 under here that you can't probably see at the moment. I'm going to take that off yet and mount the new box probably a bit later on, maybe in the morning or tomorrow. But at the moment I just want to get the winch on and all the old gear off, just so I can have it ready to go. Anyway, I thought I'd just give a quick comparison of what it looks like before I keep on going, and I'll probably check in again tomorrow. Catch ya. Hey guys, welcome to the beautiful Barrington Tops. First time with this winch. Just going to spool it now. It all seems pretty good so far. I haven't really had any, I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if there's any issues. The wireless remote works a treat. I ended up putting my control box up under there. Like, we drove out here on a muddy road last night, so it's all working. About to spool it on that big old tree over there. Just put some light tension on the rope, try and stretch the rope a little bit before we go out. I highly doubt I'm going to need it this trip, but let's spool this winch, give you a look at how we do that. We'll go from there. Yeah, we're about to spool the winch. Everything seems so far so good. The wireless works. So spool it in, give you a look at how we do that. Give you a look at how I rigged that up. So, simple shackle, knot on the back, spool it in. I go put it in neutral and just let it crawl forward on the rope, let it do its thing. when you're finished, just unhooked, it should end up nicely spooled, pre-tensioned. The reason you do it, so when you start winching, there's a lot of strain on the rope. It stops it or helps prevent it from this rope down in here digging in and locking the winch when you go to pull it out when you most need it. And it always locks when you're most in the biggest amount of trouble. So it's wise just to do it. I usually do it after each trip because the winch is in and out. But it's just good practice to have. But so far the winch seems all good. I haven't had any, like, the wireless works great, it sounds nice and smooth. Sorry about the water on the lens, it's raining at the moment. Everything is doing exactly what it needs. It sounds heaps quieter than the first job, so I did everything the same greasing, same everything. Seems all good. So far, looks all good. We'll see what happens in a few months when we punish the living shit out of it. I think I'll do a review in a few months on once it's had some hard work put through it. But hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to like it if you really want to enjoy more. There's plenty of other videos. And the trip we're on right now in Barrington will be coming out not long after this video. So stay tuned. Get in touch if you want to reach out. Check out the other few videos that we've got up as well. Cheers, guys. Legends. That sucks.
That is some pure slop.
Alright, we'll try that one, eh? I've got in the car.
Have ya?
Over and out.